recent event looking into cyberbullying.
As if bullying wasn't bad enough, technology is magnified, and if you have children, you probably know about cyberbullying.
Internet or cyberbullying is a growing problem facing young people today and can include embarrassing comments, pictures, and videos posted about you. Many young people say it can be worse than being bullied in person.
Here's what few people know. Bullying someone through electronic media isn't a crime.
In 4th grade, I was a victim of cyberbullying.
A 13-year-old girl found herself in the middle of a cruel cyber hoax, and her parents say it led to their daughter's suicide.
Time to take a closer look at what cyberbullying is, how it affects teens, and what can be done to address the issue. Teens and young adults are constantly connected. This increased time online has contributed to the growing trend of cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying basically is any type of bullying that takes place over electronic medium, and what I mean by that is that it's any type of bullying that occurs by using like your cell phone, the internet, and like a social networking site.
Use of the internet to repeatedly victimize or target a specific student or child or adolescent.
According to stopbullying.gov, cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using electronic technology. Examples of cyberbullying include mean text messages or emails, rumors sent by email or posted on social networking sites, and embarrassing pictures, videos, websites, or fake profiles.
There's always been bullying. And what is bullying? Again, it's targeted behavior toward an individual. It's repeated over time. And that's part of sort of peer relationships in childhood, in adolescence, and adulthood. And that's something that's been here and will be here, whether we have the internet or not.
Cyberbullying becomes so much more difficult because I think what happens is what we've done with all these initiatives to make sure that bullying doesn't occur within the buildings now goes, quote unquote, underground. It goes into the internet. And by the time, again, we find out about it, it's too late.
Cyberbullying can occur among various age groups, and the effects can be devastating.
I know that from some of the research by the Department of Education that I think in 2006 and 2007, like 31% of people had said that they had experienced bullying, compared to like 4% of people who had experienced cyberbullying. So, that data is a few years old, but you can start to see that it is starting to grow in prevalence. Children between the ages of 12 and 18, so middle school to high school, and that's typically because around this time you're trying to develop your own self-identity, and anything that you do that's different from the norm will cause a flag to be raised.
While K through 12 educators that I've spoken with have a definition of cyberbullying that sort of might end at the 12th grade level, unfortunately it does continue into the college experience.
Unfortunately, there hasn't been as much research as has been done on the K-12 sort of system. I think we have traditionally been thinking of bullying as a problem in the schools, in the K-12 school system, but I think the research is sort of catching up still to what's happening with college students.
In September 2010, Rutgers University freshman Tyler Clementi committed suicide after he learned that his roommate had secretly spied on him during an intimate moment with another student.
At Rutgers University, freshman Darun Ravi had an idea to be a peeping Tom. He used a web camera in his dorm room to spy on his roommate. What he saw, he broadcast live across the internet. His roommate was having a sexual encounter with a male student. He tweeted, "Roommate asked for the room till midnight. I went into Molly's room and turned on my webcam. I saw him making out with a dude. Yay." His roommate was 18-year-old Tyler Clementi, an accomplished violinist. The invasion of privacy appears to have been too much for him. His family says Clementi went to a New York City bridge after learning of the incident and ended his life. A recent study found that 9 out of 10 gay kids reported being harassed, and that gay kids are 4 times more likely than straight kids to commit suicide.
This past April, 15-year-old Grace McComas, a student at a Howard County high school, tragically ended her life after she was a victim of cyberbullying.
One of the reasons cyberbullying is such a problem, or so problematic, is because it's really hard to get a handle on it. Like, once it's out there, it's hard to sort of intervene. It's often sort of multiple people. It's hard to sort of track down and figure out sort of what to do.
There are 36 states currently that have laws either against cyberbullying or what's called bullying using electronic communications. However, there's no federal law against it, so basically what you have is that it'll just vary by the different state depending on where you are.
The privacy settings within the social networking world are absolutely recommended tools to limit the amount of exposure you might have, or prevent someone who you think might be putting you at risk for the troubling kind of messaging, to limit that. We find ourselves out in the community at information tabling events, talking with resident assistants about the issues, with faculty and staff as well. But then when an actual incident happens, we are the folks who might a victim might come to first, and we would investigate with all the resources available to us to see if we can find out, if it's an anonymous kind of situation, who was responsible for the behavior, and or if the person is known to the victim, then just putting evidence together and then relaying it to the appropriate other authorities. So cyberbullying specifically, as opposed to other kinds of incidents that we might investigate, is incorporated by some outreach that we do, some content development. So we have a brochure called Protect Your IT Shell, and that's about all of the resources and strategies that we would use to address an incident of cyberbullying. We can look at not only computing resources logs, which might tell us where someone on campus has been sending messages from, but we also would look at telephone records if the bullying is also happening via the telecommunications system. That is also a part of our realm.
Hello, my name is Corporal Andrew Stevens. I'm a United States Marine, and I'm also gay. And I'm here to tell you it gets better.
Hi, my name is Yuri, and I'm here to tell you that it definitely does get better.
Hey guys, my name's Mikey, and I'm here to tell you that it gets better.
Hi guys, my name is Marley, and I am here to tell you today that it gets better. It gets so much better.
In September 2010, syndicated columnist and author Dan Savage created a YouTube video with his partner Terry Miller to inspire hope for young people facing harassment. The video was in response to a number of students taking their own lives after being bullied in school for being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. These students, Justin Aberg, Billy Lucas, Cody Barker, Asher Brown, Seth Walsh, Raymond Chase, and Tyler Clemente, were tragic examples of youth who could not believe that it does actually get better. Dan and Terry were motivated to stop other young members of the LGBT community from taking their own lives. The It Gets Better project hoped to remind teenagers in the LGBT community that they are not alone and that it will get better. Since it started, the It Gets Better project has become a worldwide movement, inspiring more than 40,000 user-created videos on YouTube. More than 500,000 people have pledged to support the project online, including celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres, Colin Farrell, and President Barack Obama. Every video changes a life. It doesn't matter who makes it.
It gets better.
And it does get better. It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.